Stool Booth. Today I'm going to be doing some toenails on this golden retriever. You've already met my wife Amy. She's the groomer doing the rest of the dog, but according to her, my expertise is nails. All of us husbands have to have our place. Mine is doing toenails, I guess.
Hey everyone, just a little quick tidbit. Stay to the end of the video. Get all the way through all of Phil's Dremeling techniques, and we have a special promo code for you. So we'll see you soon.
First of all, the tools that we use, I prefer a Dremel product. Its model is micro. It's small, easy in your hand, variable speed, and easy to maneuver around the dog. Also, on this Dremel Micro, I use the Diamond Groove tool, which is a diamond abrasive tool made by Whitman's. Great product, lasts forever, and that's what we prefer, or I prefer. Okay, so to the nails. My philosophy on nails is kind of like going to the dentist. Have you ever gone to the dentist and you get some kind of dentist that jams their hands in your mouth and pulls and rips your jaw open? Your initial reaction is to pull back, fight back, resist. So for me, when I do a toenail and I hold the dog's paw, this one's going to be a little uncooperative, but that's okay. It'll be a great. As I said, I hold the paw very lightly in my hand, not a lot of pressure at all. Usually, easy now, easy. Okay, as you saw before, this dog's a little bit difficult for his nails. Not all dogs want a mani-pedi, but if I run into a difficult dog, my original comments were talking about lightly grabbing the dog, not a lot of tension, not a lot of pressure. If we have a difficult dog, sometimes it's easier to start with the rear leg, and we'll see what happens here. I start by grinding from the top to the bottom of the nail, easy, lightly. When dealing with a dog that's difficult, you want to train the dog to know everything's going to be okay, and you want to make sure that they get comfortable. So sometimes you may just have to touch each nail a little bit. It just depends on the dog. Easy. As you can see, we're going from the top of the nail down, just lightly touching around the side, usually keeping the nail in the center of the tool. I have my forearm is kind of rested up against the dog's butt or hip. He's trying to get away, and the worst thing you can possibly do with a difficult dog is to try and make them do it. The less is more in a lot of these instances. And if you just hold on a little bit and go down to the work, sometimes they'll relax a little as you go. Easy. Also, if you have a difficult dog, you can just make sure they're comfortable with the tool itself without even trying to do a nail. Similar to the thing that groomers would do with a clipper or other instruments that they're going to use on the dog if the dog's a little unsure of it. And every now and then, just give it another try, see what happens. Nope, he's not ready. Hi there, we're back with the nail project again. We've switched dogs. The previous dog was a little unsure, a little uneasy, so what we do in a situation like that is we do as much as we can, and then we put them away, let them rest, and we'll come back another day. Okay, so we're going to go back to the methods I was discussing before. Lightly hold the paw, turn the Dremel on, start from the top of the nail, working your way down. There's not much here to grind because they've been done recently. Keeping the nail in the center of the tool, top to bottom, kind of roll down. You can also, with some grinders, you can create a sharp edge. You have to, at the end, you have to make sure that you've eliminated all the sharp edges on the sides or on the bottom. Again, hardly any pressure at all. The dog's almost laying his paw into my hand. I find that the more you squeeze or the more you really try and hold, the worse it is. Then you always want to go to your work site. You never want to bring the dog's paw up to you in an uncomfortable position. I know my wife's mentioned about keeping the dogs in comfortable positions while they're being groomed. Same goes for their nails. Sometimes you might get a nail that's a little shorter, dog's a little more sensitive. The quick itself may have come up a little higher on the nail. This particular Dremel, as we talked about, the micro has a light, so it makes it pretty easy to see the quick area of the nail. Still light pressure, not a lot of speed. You also have to remember when doing toenails, if you get your Dremel and you have it on the highest speed, the revolutions or the RPMs of the Dremel and the abrasiveness of the wheel, the faster it goes around, the more heat it creates in the nail. The more heat it will create when you put the tool to the nail. So you want to get a common or a comfortable compromise between the speed of your Dremel and the pressure and the heat you're building up on the nail. It sounds complicated, but it's really kind of common sense. Okay, now we're going to go to the back nails. I'm right-handed. What I do is I'll start usually on the off-show side of the dog. They'll have to stand up. Some dogs like to stand better than others. As I mentioned before, I put my forearm in between their legs. I go to the work or to the paw, turn my tool back on, and just like the front, you start at the top and go down. Some dogs, a lot of times, and again, lightly holding the paw. A lot of times it's not hurting the dog, or they're not in any kind of pain, but it actually tickles. So, they're a little ticklish. I know personally, don't touch my feet. So sometimes it's more a ticklish thing than it is actually pain or discomfort. Is a better word, right? So just like the front, you're going top down. Check the edges for any kind of sharp spots, and then we go to the next one. Okay, now to the show side rear foot. I use a technique, and sometimes I'll lower my work a little. I'm kind of tall, so I'll lower it a little bit. So I am going to the work, going to the foot. I'll put my arm underneath the loin of the dog so he can't sit. Bring the foot to me a little bit and start over. Just like we did before, other two top to bottom, around the edges, keeping the nail in the center of the tool. As I mentioned before about this Dyma groove and the RPM and the pressure and getting hot and everything, that's one big selling feature of this Dyma groove. It does not get hot, and it dissipates the heat it does generate real quick. So you're not going to have a real hot tool. And like I said, I'm going underneath and getting the nail that way. You're using your light to see what you have. Golden Retrievers are much easier than some other breeds if you got a lot of hair hanging in the way. But that's generally it. The general rule, my biggest thing, go to your work. Don't try and bring the foot up to you in an uncomfortable spot. Go to the work site with your tool. And light pressure, you don't want to be squeezing, holding, or anything like that. So that's basically Nails 101. Okay, thank you for tuning in to the nail trim video. If you have any questions or comments about it, any problems you're having, just write them in. You can also check out all the tools and products that we've used. They'll be listed in the description box below. And we look forward to you tuning in to the next little tidbit of information.
Hi everyone, thank you again for staying till the end. And now that promo code, it's simply Blue Rose in all capital letters, and if you use that when you check out at Whitman Sharpening to order the Dyma Groove, they will give you free shipping on your Dyma Groove, and they'll throw in a free 4-ounce bottle of their Redip blade cleaner. So we hope that you take advantage of that offer. We were very thankful for Whitman's for supplying us with that code. Again, it's Blue Rose in capital letters, and you put it in the promo code area when you check out. Thank you very much and have a great day. One last thing, if you are enjoying our content, please give us a like on the videos, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell so you're notified every time we upload new content. In the YouTube world, that means everything. And although our content is free to you, that's what helps us. So we appreciate your support and thank you for everything. We'll see you in our next video.